Yo, what's up? You probably saw the title of this video and were like, yo, what? NBA Youngboy spoke on Summrs? Well, not exactly. The other day, after the whole Summrs homicide gang beef stuff, Summrs got on live and started saying he was gonna spin back, yada yada yada. And that same day, I saw a tweet where it was Youngboy speaking about the impact of his music. And Summrs, you know, if you're a fan of him, you've seen him do these Youngboy remixes, and that's what he dropped when he dropped the diss track on Homicide Gang. So Youngboy was indirectly, but also at the same time very directly speaking about Summrs and other people like him. But it applies to Summrs completely. Here's what he said.
Man, look at the shit I spoke about. Look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music. How many kids and people have gotten in the car or put this shit in their ears and actually hurt someone. And now I'm sitting back like, damn, I can't do it all in one day. But I promise to clean whatever I can clean. But it's gonna take time.
This is what the article said. By now, Youngboy is shaking from head to toe with alarming intensity, his jewelry audibly rattling. It's not going to stop. He calmly replies when I suggest we take a break. Quintina, who began as his accountant and now appears to also function as a surrogate mother, kneels beside his chair to hold his hand. I'm okay, Youngboy assures her. Composing himself through the trembling continues. He focuses his gaze. So yeah, that was really dramatic. But if you watch that video, he seems very stressed and is like, yo, I actually did something crazy. Like, my music has reached so many people and so many people have lost their lives and have done something very violent or very bad just because they listened to my music and they wanted to be like me. And right when they panned away, you could tell he was vibrating or like just shaking uncontrollably through like the stress or guilt. So obviously, who does this apply to? Summrs. So what I want to talk about was the irony with Summrs, because he's trying to be like Youngboy and is trying to befriend people that Youngboy knows and is trying to act like he's like Youngboy because they're both from Louisiana, and Youngboy, you know, they both struggled, but Youngboy is actually from the hood and it's actually, I guess, about that. Summrs really isn't. He's just trying to be. And I'm not gonna lie, the way he acts and pretends to, like, you know, be like that is really cringe. Like, it's insanely cringe. I have no idea why he does that. And the worst part about it is he has tons and tons of yes men around him. Or not, I mean, actually, I won't even say they're yes men. They're just like, what else would they do? You know what I mean? Because he seeks them out. He just has a ton of people around him just like encouraging that type of behavior and are also making him feel like he really is that. Like, no offense, but we all know he isn't going to do anything to Homicide Gang. Like, I don't even know how he would get to them. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, this guy named Summrs got jumped. And afterward, started acting hard, but this isn't like a new thing. He's been doing this. He slapped a fan. He posted a bunch of Youngboy type snippets, and they're not exactly Youngboy type snippets. It's like the Louisiana sound, but he's a plug and B rapper that blew up off of rapping about like love and heartbreak. And there are videos of him when he's younger, which Homicide Gang have watched and like posted and stuff, which is kind of funny, of him making vines with his younger brother that are just like comedy videos, and there are videos of him dancing and trying to be like a viral dancer, and there are videos of him playing Call of Duty. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, by the way. Basically, he was just a regular kid. Like, he wasn't really out in the streets. I'm guessing now he wishes he was, but he wasn't really doing all that. He wasn't, you know, getting into like anything violent, which, by the way, that's like good, you know, not a bad thing. But he tries to like erase that part of his past, or at least pretend like it doesn't exist, and that he really is like that. And that's because of Youngboy. And it seems to everyone that it's literally just that. It's not like he stopped making plug and B or his regular style of music. He just started making like street rap all of a sudden. And everyone was like, yo, this is good, I guess. But after a while, he started trying to act the part, which is what made it corny. Really corny. Another thing you might not have known is Can. He used to actually have this rap page on Twitter. Or not rap page, like this quotes page on Twitter where he would just write NBA Youngboy lyrics, and it was basically an NBA Youngboy fan page. Like, these guys were like fanning and like standing NBA Youngboy. That's basically how I would say it or describe it. And they just like look up to him. And actually, I think Can also has like NBA Youngboy type songs. He has this one song called Murder Talk and this other song called Russian something. And I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good songs, but it's just not them. Like, the reason people really like these guys is because they're really unique. You know what I mean? Like, Summrs had a really unique sound, especially like during that Slay World era. Same thing with Can. They both are, especially with their, you know, Summrs and Plug and B. And Can does Plug and B too, but you know, he's more of like a rap type of dude. And they just had like a really cool sound. So whenever they do the whole like Louisiana thing, it's like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, obviously, you know, people are gonna listen because they're good rappers and they have fans, and you know, Summrs is from Louisiana. But when they try to put on that act, it's just like no one takes them seriously. And I just thought it was really ironic that NBA Youngboy called them out, or not directly, but just said, yo, all these people that are trying to act hard and are doing all these things are doing it because of my music. And he wasn't happy with it at all. I'm pretty sure like a week after he went back to his old self, but he admitted it and he had that reflection, which I think that's like the more important part, being that he acknowledged that there are rappers and just regular people out there that are doing all these crazy things because of his music, which I guess isn't his fault because no one actually thinks they're gonna have that big of an impact. Like there's no way he thought when he first started rapping that he was gonna influence so many people and become that big. Like obviously you have to have the self-belief, but you don't think things through like that. And it's definitely their fault for being that impressionable. Summrs is young, but he's not that young. He's not like a kid. So the fact that he's like fanboying and kind of like fangirling over NBA Youngboy and changed his entire persona just to fit that is funny. And also like, yo, what are you doing? Another thing is this criticism is like super old. It's not anything new. I just thought it was interesting Youngboy spoke on it. This is some stuff fans said. One fan said Summrs needs to stop trying to be a gangbanger. Why is Summrs always trying to be a Louisiana gangbanger? Like that stuff isn't going to take him anywhere. He should stick to that scammer aesthetic or whatever he had going on before 2020. Another post said Reno has to be the fakest gangster I've seen in the underground, laughing emoji. And some people said stuff like there are barely any gangsters or real ones in this underground stuff. Another thing is he just got out of house arrest, so Summrs doing anything wouldn't be smart. Like the chance of him crashing out or doing something actually is just super low. Another thing I like to clarify is I saw this one post where it said, why do y'all care about how Summrs portrays himself? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care. It's just like something interesting I want to speak about. But what he said is, I see a lot of people here mad. I'm not mad, yo, no one is mad, because they apparently feel like Summrs is trying to act hard. Even if we disregard the whole case he's got going on right now, I still don't see how or why it should bother y'all if he's with it or not. Do you enjoy his rap? Stop trying to intrude in their personal lives. But this one user did give a very good response. He said, let me preface this by saying it's his life and I don't give a single, I agree by the way, but putting yourself in compromising positions for no good reason is dumb. As an artist, the fans obviously want him out of jail and making music. His gangster image does not affect the music. But the Houston Police Department does check Instagram. They literally ID'd a sandal one of Summrs' friends was wearing during the scene of his crime. And leaning deeper and deeper into a life that people try to escape and are not in by choice is backwards and so odd. So you definitely are gonna get clowned for it. Besides, it's just plain corny to act like something you're not. You really think Summrs would look a man in the eyes and pull the trigger? And something also very interesting, which I didn't really know, is Tupac was apparently the same way. He was an art school kid who didn't start touching guns and doing hood stuff until he was rising as a rapper. Another person is D Savage, who apparently also went to an art school and wasn't really about it, but that's up for debate as well. So let me know what you think. Honestly, like, yeah, I said all my thoughts, but just interesting. I don't know, it's really like random that NBA Youngboy actually spoke on it, and he wasn't lying. Thanks for watching. See you next time and have a nice day.